Hello and welcome to another Mario Party 7 minigame review. Up today we're playing the duel minigame Lightspeed.
In this one, you and your opponent are in hovercraft, and you have to zoom across the board. Every time you hit a tile, it'll change to your color. You want to make sure that by the end of the game, the most tiles are in your color.
This one was pretty fun, especially as a duel minigame. This was really competitive and fast-paced.
Yeah, it was. We got super competitive with this one. Mostly because somebody just kept following behind me to turn all of the tiles into their color.
Yeah, we realized pretty early on that if you know that you're in the lead at that point, you can just follow behind the other player and cancel out all the tiles that they change, and you'll always be a few ahead of them.
This one got pretty heated between us when that strategy came out.
It's almost enough to ruin the game, but luckily, if you're the person that's being followed, you just have to make it your goal to make enough twists and turns so that the person behind you loses track of where you're at. As long as you can cover up a few more tiles than they do, you can take back the lead and they won't be able to follow you.
Yeah, and the warp zones really help with that too. Although I have to say, my biggest complaint on this one was the controls. Sometimes I was trying to turn and didn't. It felt like you have to really try and turn early, and you don't always have control over where you're going. At least I didn't.
Yeah, I think because you're going so fast, you kind of have to turn a split second before you think you'll have to or you'll miss it. But speaking of the warps, I also felt like they weren't always useful. I mean, sometimes it's nice going to the other side of the board, but it also takes you a second to warp over there, and that's valuable time that you're giving your opponent to cover up more tiles.
That is true. What do you guys think? Do you usually use the warp zones when you play this? Let us know in the comments below.
But I think we definitely had a lot of fun with this one. It's one of those mini games that's really addicting to play and you just want to keep doing it over and over again.
Especially if you're the one that keeps losing.
So overall, Lightspeed is a pretty fun mini game and a great concept for a duel mini game. You'll have a lot of fun trying to cover up more tiles than your opponent or trying to cover up theirs right after they make them. There's a couple drawbacks, like the controls being a little bit hard to get used to, and the warps sometimes not being as useful as they should be. But it's not enough to ruin this one, so we're giving it 4 stars out of 5.
Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this review, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Up next, we'll be reviewing Mad Props.
I hope they're not too mad. I prefer them happy myself.
Who doesn't? Well, if you want to see what this is like, come back to watch it with us. Hope to see you then.
Finish!
Yes, I'm the winner!